Hi, I'm Steve from Lock It Up Motorcycle Training, and this is my YouTube channel. And thank you for all the wonderful comments and views that I have been receiving. So today, we're going to be discussing the figure eight turns. Turns are around 18 foot in diameter, and the cones are around 16 inches high. The core technical steps are look through the turn, 2, throttle by keeping the RPMs between 1500 to 2000, 3, friction zone. This is your primary speed control. 4, rear brake by using a light application on the rear brake. And do not use your front brake because that can destabilize the tire and you could fall. 5, counter steering and counter weighting. Counter steering is when you push on, let's say if you want to make a right-hand turn, you'd push on the right side of the handlebar. The front tire momentarily goes to the left and then the bike will tilt. Until you have the desired tilt, that's when direct steering and power steering come into play. At the same time that you'll be using counter steering, counter weighting is when you're going to keep your head hopefully very level, so you let the bike tilt underneath you, but yet the head will stay very level. So we're going to go outside, we're going to perform a couple of demos, and then we're going to come inside. I'm going to give you some great tips so you can become a great low-speed motorcycle rider. We'll see you soon. Hi, I'm Steve from Lock It Up Motorcycle Training. I hope you can see over this bike. I'm not sure if you can, but I'm going to let you know what I'm doing to make this figure eight a little easier. Maybe I should move my bike back a little, so I will. I have it in gear, so that's not good. Still in gear. Here we go. That wasn't too difficult. Let me see if I can get it back just a little further. So, here we are again. What I do is at first, you have to have confidence. Without confidence, you're not going to make 18-foot turns. These cones are out a little, but I'm still trying to stay within the 18-foot mark on this particular diagram. So when I come in, the orange cones are the entrance gate. When I first come in, I want to be as close as I can to the left-hand side. As I'm coming around to my first 18-foot turn, I want to have my head looking at 1, 2, 3, the third cone, which would be 3 o'clock. Okay, so actually, yeah, well, you can say, 3 would usually be right over there. But the third cone, and then when I come in, I'm staring at that cone, and I want to use all this real estate on this whole wall. This is my real estate. This is where I should be. The minute I look at 12 o'clock, I want to start turning my head fully with a bar lock to get the bike to go to the next transition, to the next 18-foot turn. Complete bar lock. Don't worry about this side. You don't even have to think about this side. Just keep on turning the bar, have it bar locked, have confidence. The bike will be tilted. And then once you get past the first 18, you want to start to approach the second 18-foot turn. And then you want to look at the 3 o'clock, which would be from this cone, 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll be the 4th cone. I want to utilize this whole wall with my bike. And then I'm going to be looking at 12 o'clock or 3 or 4 more cones down. And then once I use this whole real estate of wall, my head wants to be turned to the left, and I'm not going to be worried about these cones over here, because it will happen. Because if you're in full bar lock, you got to trust your instincts, you got to trust yourself to realize you're not going to hit the cone. If you start staring at the cone, or if you stare at any of these cones, most likely you'll go wide. Okay, so I'm in complete bar lock, going around, and then I come right through, and both 18-foot turns are done. Hi, so we just came in, and I hope you have really enjoyed the demos that we put on the outside. So I have 3 or 4 tips that you can use to become a great slow speed motorcycle rider. Tip 1, drill progression. Start doing figure eights without cones. From there, tighten up the radius until you can do 2 parking space 18-foot turns. 2, drag the rear brake lightly. 3, head and eyes, look ahead. 4, posture. Ensure you are not leaning with the bike and keep your torso vertical. I want to thank you for watching our channel, and I want you to practice, 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 ride safe, and until our next video, we'll see you soon.